Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to today's reading lesson. Let's first go over I can statement. I can use illustrations and details in a text to describe its key details. And we've been learning about key details by talking about main topic. So main topic is what the story or what the book is about. And then our details are what supports that main topic, just like a tabletop, like we've talked about. So we're going to use illustrations and details in a text to describe its key details. So we did this last week, but we're going to continue to do this. The book we get to read today is What If You Had Animal Ears. Before we do that, though, I would like to go over our sight words together. So let's use our whisper voice first. Work. Only. No. Take. Little. All right, let's use our regular voice now. No. Take. Work. Little. Only. Very good. Those were our sight words, and I hope you're reviewing those each day, okay? So, what if you had animal ears? Let's first just listen to the text. I'll read you the text, and what details can you hear, or you would be reading if you were looking at it, but I'm going to read it to you. So, what details can you hear by just listening to the text? So I'm not going to show you the pictures quite yet, just for this one. So, what if one day you woke up and the ears on your head weren't yours? What if overnight a wild animal's ears took their place? A jackrabbit's ears are extra long and full of blood vessels. They're perfect for giving off body heat, so the jackrabbit stays cool on hot days. So, what did you picture in your head? What do you picture the jackrabbit's ears look like? What do you think they look like? I think after reading that text, just the text, that told me that they're long and they're full of blood vessels. So they might be long ears, and you might see some veins in them because they're full of blood vessels. Let's see. Ooh, you can. They're very long, and you can see the blood vessels, actually. You can see them, can't you? Okay, now let's read this over here. If you had jackrabbit ears, you'd look taller, so you could ride roller coasters sooner because your ears would stand up. What do the picture and the illustration, this is a drawing, remember, nonfiction text or real stories, real text can be in, illustrations can be in nonfiction text as well. They can have pictures and illustrations. So what do these two, the illustration and the picture, what do they teach us? They teach us, the picture shows me that the ears are brownish and that they have hair on them, they have fur on them. I noticed that they are pink on the inside and they have blood vessels, just as the text said, going through them. I noticed that the sun can shine through them. All right, let's keep reading. Tasmanian devil. A Tasmanian devil's normally pale pink ears blush red when it's upset or excited, like when it's fighting other devils for food, or when a predator, like an owl, flies close. If you had Tasmanian devil ears, you'd never miss a secret, but your ears would always give away what you heard upset you. So what we learned from that text is that their ears turn red when they are upset. And we learned that from just the text. The text told us that. What can you learn from just the pictures, just looking at the pictures? I can learn that they're kind of a triangular shape. I also can learn that there's hair on the back of them. The text didn't tell us that. Let's keep reading. Eurasian red squirrel. A Eurasian red squirrel's ears change with the seasons. Its ear tufts, like its fur coat, grow thicker and longer, just in time for cold winter weather. If you had Eurasian red squirrel ears, you could play in the snow without ear muffs or a hat and still have toasty, warm ears. So first, what did the text tell us? I want you to think. Take a few moments to think. What did the text tell you? about Eurasian red squirrels? It told me that its ears grow thicker and change with the season. So I wouldn't know that by just looking at the pictures. That's what the text told me. Now, look at the pictures and tell me, what is one thing you learned about Eurasian red squirrel ears by just looking at the picture? I learned that they're pointy and they have very long hair on the ears. Notice how long their hair is on top of their ears. Koala. A koala's big round ears are completely covered with fuzzy, oily hair. It protects them from the hot sunshine and chilly winds. Plus, raindrops run off so fast, their ears stay dry on the inside. Interesting. So I learned from the text. I want you to think just for a few moments and then I will tell you what I learned. What did you learn by just reading the text? I'll read this to you. If you had koala ears, you could style your ear hair. Then you'd be sure to turn heads and start a wild trend. I learned that koala ears are covered with fuzzy, oily hair, so that water runs off of it. I would not know that by looking just at the pictures. I knew that by reading the text. That told me more about a key detail about koalas. What can you learn by just looking at the pictures? I learned that they have grayish white hair and that the inside of their ears are pink. Let's keep reading. Okapi. An okapi's big ears each move separately, perfect for listening to two directions at once. So this ear could move without this ear moving. That's pretty crazy. All right, let's keep reading. So while dining on leaves in the forest, an okapi listens in every direction for predators like leopards. If you had okapi ears, you could listen in two directions at once, so no one would ever be able to sneak up and surprise you. So what did you learn about the okapi ears by just reading the text? I learned that they have two ears that can move separately. I would not know that by just looking at the pictures. What did I learn by just looking at the pictures? I learned that they are brown and that they are pointy ears. I learned that their ears are pretty big as well. Okay, this is the last one we're going to do. Then we're going to finish our story tomorrow, or our book tomorrow. Townsend's Big-Eared Bat. At Townsend, big-eared bat ears make tiny sounds louder. This way, they can hear flying moths and mosquitoes even when they can't see them, which helps with night hunting. Once close, this bat uses its wings and tail to sweep the insect out of the air and into its mouth. If you had a Townsend's big-eared bat ears, you'd never need insect repellent. You could hear mosquitoes in time to catch them or swat them away. So just by reading the text, I learned that their ears help them with night hunting. I can't know that by just looking at the pictures. By just looking at the pictures, though, I learned that they have very large ears that are stiff. They stand straight up, don't they? Great job. Okay, we are going to pause right there and finish the rest of this book tomorrow. But we're going to fill out a graphic organizer, and this says images in a text. So we have pictures in a text and a nonfiction text, which nonfiction is that fake or real. Nonfiction is real. Very good. True things. So we are going to write what we learned from the text and what we learned from the images. So let's choose the koala. The koala. And remember, it says, the koala's big round ears are completely covered with fuzzy, oily hair. What did we learn just from the text? Not the pictures, just the text. Let's write koala's ears are covered in oil. So water doesn't get in them. I wouldn't know that by just looking at the pictures. I know that by just reading the text. Now look at the picture. And what can we know by just looking at the picture? I notice that the hair on their ears is very long. the hair on their ears is very long. I want you to go ahead and pause the video, go grab your notebook and a pencil, and I want you to write this with me. You're going to write text up here and images right here, and you're going to draw a line down the middle just like a T-chart, and we're going to write koala ears are covered in oil and the hair on their ears is very long. So you're going to write this with me. We're only going to write 2 key details today, but then we will do our other 2 tomorrow. Let's pick another one. Ooh, we have the Tasmanian devil. I'll read this to you one more time. A Tasmanian devil's normally pale pink ears blush red when it's excited or upset. Ooh, okay, so a Tasmanian devil's ears turn red when it is upset. A, ooh, that needs to be capitalized. A Tasmanian devil's ears turn red when they are upset. And I don't have enough room in this box, so I'm just going to draw a box around this to know that it goes up here. So a Tasmanian devil's ears turn red when they are upset. Here is another thing that I learned about Tasmanian devils, about a key detail by just looking at the pictures. What can I learn? By just looking at the illustration or at the picture? Oops, it's a glare there. Here we go. What's the shape of them? Yeah, their ears are quite pointy. I can learn that by just looking at the image. Their ears are pointed. Their ears are pointed. So I learned about koalas and Tasmanian devils, 2 key details in our text. I learned that koalas' ears are covered in oil by just reading the text. Then from just the images, I learned that the hair on their ears is very long. From just the text, I learned that a Tasmanian devil's ears turn red when they are upset. And from just the pictures, I learned that their ears are pointed. We are going to do the other 2 tomorrow. I am so proud of the work that we have done today. Keep up your great work independently. Bye, boys and girls.